guys, we are finally going to lower the FRS. I have a brand new set of BC Racing coilovers, and I cannot wait to get them on the car, so let's get started. Alright, so the other side is already done. It went pretty good. There's a few things that I learned a better way to do it, so I'm going to try and point those out to you as we go along. So let's get started. I'm going to take off the wheel and we'll get to the coilover. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these three bolts. The lower shock bolt, which is a 17, the sway bar end link bolt, which is a 14, and the chassis bolt for the lower control arm. That's a 17 as well. Then use a big hammer. And then, since these bolts have a little more tension on them, you can use a screwdriver and a hammer to knock them out. So now we're going to get the top bolts of the strut. So just flip this over, then lift up this flap right here. See it sticking out? They're going to be right under there. There's one there, and one right there. Those are going to be, they're two 14 millimeters. So on the other side when I did it, even when I removed all those three bolts, it was really tough to still get the shock out. So in this case, I just went ahead and removed those top two bolts, and because I didn't think it'd fall. But this time I got that pin out just by taking like a crowbar behind it with a hammer, and popped it out, and then the whole thing dropped. Just dropped down. So now it's pretty easy just to take it out. So let me get it with one hand. Okay. So that's the old one. Look at that. Look how much the size difference between those two. This one I extended more. It goes way lower than that. So I'm looking to do about 1.5 inches in the rear drop and 1.25 inches in the front to start. I'll wait until I finally get my wheels and tires to do a final measurement and get the fitment just dialed in perfect. But this is where we're going to start, and of course we'll kind of go from there to see how much it settles and all that. And I've got an alignment set up for tomorrow, so. But to get the initial, figure out how much drop I want, I've been lining these up and then measuring the distance between this point and this point. And I already kind of set this one up compared to the other side, so should be right on a quarter, and we can always change it. So let's get it installed. It's just the reverse, so let's go. So something I learned from doing the other side is that getting the shock up into the mount, the top mount, is really hard to do by yourself. So here's a tip. I lifted it up there into the two holes, and then stuck a pry bar. If you can see that, yep, under it, so that it holds it up there. Because I want to. It's kind of hard to hold it up there where it's supposed to go, and get these nuts on. So now that it's stuck in place, you can just come up here and then start these. You don't have to, obviously torque them down all the way, but. Alright, now to get the shock in place so I can get the bolt in it, I'm going to use a jack to lift it up. I'll try and get the link in first. And sometimes it needs some persuasion. And I went up a little too far on that one, so just bring it down a little bit. Okay, so now we just need to torque everything down. Everything's installed. And then the rear is going to be done. These two are 59, or these four actually. So this one, and then the two on the other side are 59, and then the end links are going to be 22 foot-pounds. Alright, and then to finish it up, these ones are going to be, all these top ones in the rear are going to be 14 foot-pounds, or Guten Tight, my favorite German word. So that's it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is disconnect the ABS sensor line. You can unclip this right here. Just put a screwdriver right in the middle there and it'll pull out. And then this, you want to get like needle nose pliers, and then just completely remove this from the strut tower. There we go. Okay, get those out of the way. Now you want to hit these with WD-40 or whatever penetrating liquid you want. These are on really tight. The factory spec is 114 foot-pounds. My impact won't even do it, cordless, so you gotta use a breaker bar. And these are 19 millimeter. Alright, next you want to unbolt the brake line from the strut tower, and it's a 12 millimeter. Alright, next we're going to disconnect the sway bar end link. With the BRs, the BC Racing BRs, they give you new adjustable sway bar end links. So I'm going to just completely remove this at both ends. What you want to do, I guess if you take it off and you're not going to reuse it, it doesn't matter. But you can hold the ball joint so the ball joint doesn't move, and while you turn this way. And this is it's a 17 millimeter on both ends, and it's a 6 millimeter Allen. Okay, we got everything disconnected on the bottom. Now we just got to do the top bolts. We've got three 12 millimeter. 1, 2, 3. Do this with one hand. This first one I already cracked them loose a little bit. And then one of them you want to leave a little bit on, just a little bit. When we get ready to take it off, it doesn't just fall through. Okay. So the only thing holding it in right now is going to be these bottom two bolts, and then that top nut. So I'm going to knock these loose. They're probably going to take some persuasion, but here we go. And then I'll just put that next to the bolt the nut that I took off, because these two bolts are different. The one that comes off the top has to go on the top, because the one on top is actually a little bit bigger. There goes the end link. And then you can just let it hang there. I'm gonna grab this with one hand, do the top bolt. Gently let it down so it doesn't get caught on the line or anything. And there you go. Okay, so I got my coilover adjusted to where I think it should be, at least for starters. And these are the new adjustable end links. What I did is I just matched it to the length of the factory one. And all you do is turn this right here. I think it's a 19. And you can turn it pretty easily. And then you lock these nuts right here. And then of course, I'm going to be having an alignment done. So I'm going to have an alignment done tomorrow actually. So then if they need to, they can adjust all that when they do the alignment. So let's get everything in. Alright, now we're going to put it up to the bottom, and I'm going to secure the top 3 bolt nuts. So the new nuts for the BC Racing ones are 19 millimeter. And that bottom clip, put into the bottom one. There you go. And then we just need to do the top bolts, or the bottom bolts. Alright, now we just need to torque these to 114 foot-pounds. Alright, last thing you do is torque the top bolts to 17 foot-pounds. And then one thing I would say, with any dampening, I'm going to set them all to firm. They're 30 ways adjustable, so I'm going to go all the way hard or firm and then back it up from there, because if you go all the way soft, you have a chance of bottoming out and rubbing the tire. So I'm just gonna, and you can hear it click, maybe. So just go all the way and then back it up. I'll probably start with I'll back it off like 5 clicks. 5 to 10 clicks, somewhere in there. But that's it. Other side's already done, like I said. Let's see how she looks. Let's see how we did. Like I said, I'm looking for about 1.5 inches in the rear, probably 1.25 inches. I'd like to still keep just a slight rake to it. Let's go. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see.
Oh, hell no!
I think we need to go lower.
A few inches later.
Whew! Alright, I like this. The front can come down a little bit still, but I'm gonna wait until I get the new wheels and tires, because that's gonna change a little bit. But it's looking pretty good now. I like it. That's what the front looks like. The rear, I think this is looking good. Like from here, go around. Alright, even got some negative camber going. See that? Alright, not too bad for my first coilover install. I've been waiting a long time to do this, so super stoked on it. Super stoked to keep dialing in the fitment of it, get new wheels, and get this thing looking how I want it to look. So thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I answer everything. So thank you for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Later.
Because I do what I do. Go on and hate me, cause I got nothing to prove. Go on and hate me, cause I got nothing to lose.